The 2012 election is here, and everyone is talking about how the women's vote is going to be a major factor at the polls this year. Being a woman myself, I decided to take a hard look at both candidates. Red or blue? Sweet land of blue. Ow! Oh my God, that hurt! After weeks of research, I realized that choosing a president is kind of similar to choosing a boyfriend. There's things you love about them, things you hate about them, and they kind of both creepily remind you of your father. Let's take a closer look at each candidate and see which one is really president material. Let's get right into it. First question, what is your ideal date?
First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to your sofa, entertain even a notion of taking you out. You know, I don't think the location of the date matters as much as the chemistry of the people on it.
I think he's talking more than I'm talking. I'd like to cut him off here. I would take you to dinner in a very small, blue-collar American restaurant, like, say, sushi on top of the Ritz-Carlton.
Dinner is an old-fashioned way to perform a first date.
That's why I would never take you to dinner. I think dinner is very old-fashioned. I've always been very progressive with my dates. In fact, I would avoid dinner.
You just said you would take her to dinner.
I did not. I said I would take her to a rap concert. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay, next question. How would you solve our first argument?
I think we would talk it out over a meal that I would have you prepare along with the help of your numerous sister wives.
Look. We all know how hard your previous relationship was. We know how difficult it was. And you put a lot of debt on your credit card. We have to first talk about current issues that maybe you and I can engage in, and talk about what we can do today about making you feel more comfortable about having sex with me tomorrow.
Final question.
Oh, you said sex. I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to...
Why should I ultimately choose you to be my boyfriend?
Well, aside from being ridiculously wealthy, I have a gun, which I could pay someone from another country to use to protect you, as well as the 9 children I would force you to have.
Okay.
I'll pay for your birth control.
Well, then I choose... Why can't I choose her?
She's not even on the ballot.
Ugh, men.
Hey.
Wow, I gotta say it's your right to choose, but I gotta be honest, I didn't see that one coming.
If you want a woman, I have binders full of women.
Okay. I think we should just play it cool and watch this thing play out.
Finally, we're in agreement.
Okay, take it out. Okay, there we go. Okay.